Hi guys, this is Sun Drops and I am here at beautiful Shenandoah National Park in Virginia. So I wanted to show you around the campground real quick. I know this isn't usually my, my forte, but I do love camping and I do love hiking. So we are actually going to go on the Appalachian Trail, well, a part of it obviously. And that trail runs from Georgia all the way to Maine, if you are so brave. It takes about 6 months for people to do it. But if you're camping here, we are camping at Loft Mountain Campground. Here is a utility sink for you to do your dishes if you are tenting. So they have like a little scrubby, nice little sink for you to do your dishes. The bathrooms are actually really clean. I've gone to a lot of national parks. A lot of them. Grand Canyon, Yellowstone, Yosemite, Glacier, Olympic, Mount Rainier. A lot more. Sequoias, redwoods. Olympic, if I didn't say that one. But here's a bathroom. They're usually pretty clean. Ooh! So as you can see, they are a lot. Actually, they're really clean. And my husband told me that the men's is just as clean. So I'm going to show you a couple of the sites real quick. I've seen deer. We're supposed to go on a trail later. There's a lot of birds. A lot of them. And I love them. But I will show you, most of them are pull-through sites if you have an RV. If you just want a tent, I'm going to show you some tent sites. You can also put a tent on these sites. But they're all really nice sites. I don't think I've seen any bad sites here. I'm going to actually show you part of the sites, some of the other sites later, depending on how I end up editing this thing because it's going to be super long. But let me back up and I will show you, this is a site next to our site. And as you can see, this is the pull through. So what you do is you obviously pull through and you can park your car right here. So this is pretty much your driveway. And this is the site next to our site. There really aren't many people here, which is weird because we're in the middle of June. Kids are out of school. I don't know what's going on. But it's a beautiful campground. So here we go. Here's this site. They all have picnic tables. They all have fire pits where you can grill, make a bonfire, s'mores. This one has a log. And it's all pretty much, they got the shrubs around the whole thing. And pretty much all of the sites have that. Now some of them, there's a lovely flower. Now some of the sites are actually facing the mountains. And I will get on one of those so that you can see the view from those are absolutely beautiful. I'm also going to show you the amphitheater, which they have. And like I said, different trails. And I'm going to show you my site right now. So let's walk over to the site where I'm staying. And there are supposedly like 5 bears that are near this campground. So hopefully we'll see some of those and I'll be able to get those. But I've seen a lot of deer so far. So this is my RV I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the site where I'm staying. And then I'm going to cut because we're going to get ready to grill here. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you different pieces of the campground. Alright, so here's my campsite. I'm going to start from this side. This is another site over here. Also, nobody there. Now these are walk-ups. They also have sites that are reservation only. But like I said, if you go to Loft Mountain Campground, they have a lot of walk-up sites. So you just pretty much walk up and pick a site. That's another site that's next to mine, empty as well. This is my site. B44. And I covered my name. Nobody needs to know any of that. Alright, so here's my campsite. I'll show you from the side. Oops, sorry, I think I was a little close. Okay, so this is the campsite where I'm at. So that's obviously the RV, not really roughing it, but you know, whatever. I've gone in a tent many times. Pop-ups, my Volkswagen bus, done it all. So someone put a couple of logs here. They were sitting by the fire, and guess what? That's where we roasted marshmallows last night. We set up this little tent here for the bugs. And this is how close the bathroom was. I'll show you. Alright, so I'm going to cut it now, and then I'll be back to show you guys more campsites. Hey guys, so in my opinion, the best site, if you're going to get, it's a walk-up site, but if you are going to get a walk-up site and you could get it in the A loop, ask them if A14 is available. Here it is. Now this site is both tent and RV, but I'm going to show you the view from this site. So that's the driveway again. Here is the site. It's got the picnic table. Right now you can't really see because it's really early in the morning and it's overcast. But you could put a tent over there, or you could set a tent up over there. But this is the best part right here, because you walk down this little trail right from your campsite. And like I said, this is a walk-up site. So that means that you cannot reserve this site, but if you happen to get here and you ask them, it might be available. So looking to the right and to the left, that's the Appalachian Trail. And right outside of your own campsite, this is an outcropping, a rock outcrop. And I don't think you could really see because it's kind of, like I said, it's early and it's kind of overcast. But straight out that way are the mountains. It's an absolutely beautiful view and a really nice sunset. The sunset sets on this side. So you could sit out here, you could probably put your chairs out here and watch the sunset from your own campground. From your own campsite, actually. So I'm going to walk back now. And this is just so you can see how close it is. Not very far at all. Once again, The white blaze trees means it's the Appalachian Trail. And that's the other way. See the white blaze on the tree. And then you just walk right up this little, it's really not much of a walk, but it's really nice view, and it's the only one that has a open view like that. The other ones you could see the mountains kind of through the trees, but this one has got like spectacular views. And we're back to the driveway. I'm really glad those people left because I really wanted to get this one because I wanted to show you guys how good this one is. Let me get the site again. Once again, it is A14 at Loft Mountain Campground. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this site.